Welcome, listeners, to another episode of Changepreneurs. I'm Vanita, and co hosting this episode with me is Preeti. We are a team of coaches bringing conversations that spark change. Today, we have with us Sunny Nagpal, a brain design expert, NLP Master Trainer, and a ZEN Coach. Welcome to our podcast, Sunny ji.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
So, let's dive directly. And let's start with where it all began. So tell us more about your childhood.
It was early morning, 2nd February 1984, 4:30 a.m.
Mhm,
I'm born in New Delhi.
mhm,
Born with a silver spoon. My
mhm,
dad left everything, gave it to his brother. 1986. I'm transported to Coimbatore, Tamil Nadu. The most beautiful blessing was they put me in Chinmaya Vidyalaya, a spiritual school,
mhm,
a spiritual organization that runs 300 centers, 100 schools, touching 1 lakh lives. We had Friday bhajans, I love to volunteer, sports day, annual day, lifting benches, being favorite of the teachers, received lot of love. Topping in school, my parents thought, yeah, he's intelligent. They tried to put me in the convent schools of Coimbatore. I failed in 4 to 5 schools. Wow, what a blessing. The journey continued in the bigger school of Chinmaya Vidyalaya. I was moved to a bigger campus. Class 6, magic begins. Fashion parade became my favorite competition. Class 8, class 9, I started teaching little kids Balvihar, stories of Rama and Ganesha. I thought I was doing a great job volunteering, you see, but life was preparing me for bread and butter skills. It was enhancing my communication skills. It was helping me to grow as a better person, a better leader. Organizing classes, workshops, camps, residential camps. Children from all over used to come to Chinmaya Gardens. I grew in confidence. I scored 96% in 12th standard, but could not go to college. And I was forced to take science even in 10th standard after scoring 88%. I did not take science. I took commerce. So after 12th, I joined my dad's business only to know I am not made for business. I found a teacher in me in a leave vacancy where I worked for 6 months in Chinmaya Vidyalaya as a social studies teacher, a subject not liked by the students. But I made it interesting, drawing camel on the board, drawing entire world map on the board. I knew I was born to teach. No day felt like work. Unknowingly, I found my gift, my ikigai, my purpose. My salary was only 2000. My sister said, my topper brother is only earning 2000. They mocked, they felt bad. I was transported back to Delhi. I joined IBM Daksh call center. Morning shift by God's grace. American Independence Day, I land in a finishing school where I had to teach children the art of dining etiquette, eating cutlet with a fork and knife. I got a chance to work with DPSs, APJ, the best schools in India. From there, I thought I'll again do a business. I'll go to schools and I'll approach them. And I failed again. I did not even get entry in school. So that day I said, one day these schools will invite me as a chief guest. I just told casually. It happened after 10 years. After that failure of business, I landed in Dr. Kiran Bedi's NGO. You will ask me, how?
mhm,
no MSW, no Tata Institute of Social Sciences degree.
Hmm.
I was just sweet 25. I wrote 1,000 emails saying every girl has a Dr. Kiran Bedi in her. Every child has a leader within. So with these emails, I attracted Dr. Kiran Bedi, repeating her name every day. So I landed in Dr. Kiran Bedi's job, NGO. I enjoyed my life. Best time in her NGO. Executing some early childhood projects, early leadership projects, traveling to a few countries to get donations. It was lovely working with her. My dad fell ill in 2016. I came back to Coimbatore. Chinmaya did not leave me. I became the youngest project administrator in Chinmaya schools. I enjoyed. There was another twist. I left in 2018. I learned neuroscience.
Hmm.
What are we born with? Why Sunny talks so much? It all happened. I was born to talk. I wrote 4 books because when I did my brain profiling, the first question my mentor asked was, "Have you written a book?" I said no. Then I started interviewing like you. I love conducting interviews. I love volunteering. I was volunteering in a Chinmaya Gita chanting competition, introducing the chief guest. I was invited as a chief guest in their school. The chief guest had a school. So the dream came true. One day these schools will invite me as a chief guest. And that came early itself in Dr. Kiran Bedi's NGO. Same school started offering, what will you have? Tea or cold drinks? So in Dr. Kiran Bedi's NGO also we tasted a lot of love and respect because we come from such a great celebrities NGO. So that taste came there only. I was volunteering telling those stories, Ganesha and Rama. Remember childhood? I was telling them free. Volunteering in Chinmaya Mission. I was paid 6 lakhs for the same. So world doesn't need our volunteering. It is only preparing you for bigger, grander gifts. And you get paid for the same in more than one way. I fell in love with NLP. I said, I'm a brand. LinkedIn, so many followers. I will not pay. I'll be the brand ambassador of the company they choose. So I was sponsored NLP programs, practitioner, master practitioner, train the trainer. So I strongly feel law of attraction works. The power of words really come true. So let's celebrate to our next question. And I'm here today sitting in front of you. Thank you.
Uh, Sunny ji, I could I can relate to one thing you said, with confidence. That last sentence you just said, law of attraction, and it works. Your power of words. I know because my mother, when we were growing up, my mother would say, never say anything bad. Don't say negative things. She would say, there is that Tadastu Devata. So I would be like, Mom, come on, you can't be serious. So today, when I look back, I know she's always, she still tells me, don't say anything negative. If you can't say, just keep quiet. But be very sure. There are Tadastu Devata. So I would be like, Tadastu, what is it? So I know now, when I have my children, I know I can relate. So, Preeti, you have something to ask.
Yeah, so I was listening to you, Sunny, and it was like the whole story, how you narrated your story, how you said everything starting from the beginning, that what you came for, you found that purpose. You were like leaving everything and moving forward and finding what you are looking for. So, and you also talked about that life was preparing you for what you are today. So beautifully said. And I totally agree with the words. I say to my daughters nowadays that don't say anything. If you don't have to say positive, don't say negative. Just keep quiet. So I know, Sunny, so you call yourself brain coach. And from where this brain coach came from, the name.
Very good question. Another volunteering story. I was part of L&D Global, Delhi. So when I came to Coimbatore, I was trying to establish L&D Coimbatore. That never happened. I failed. But because I was trying to find out the best coaches in Coimbatore, the trainers in Coimbatore, the HR professionals in Coimbatore, I found this brain coach. He asked me, "What brings you here?" I said, "I don't know anything about you. I was just volunteering for this particular mission. I found you. You invited me. I'm here." So I had no fascination. I had no background. Usually people go to a brain coach with lot of pain, suffering, or out of curiosity. Look at my spouse, look at my children. What do they have inside? So I went blank. So they took my fingerprints. Fingerprints have are codes, functions, behavior patterns. So from MBTI to Holland theory, to multiple intelligences, to brain processing speed. Some people laugh at the joke also slowly after a little while. Why? And in school, one child says, "Finished, ma'am." One child says, "Please repeat, ma'am." So our brain is different. We are coded different. No two siblings are same. Same school, same syllabus, same teacher, but marks are different because we are wired differently. It's very easy to say, "Wow, Preeti, you are unique. Vanita, you are unique." Excuse me. How am I unique? If we can help people find diamond within, not just find, let them decode their nature, nurture their nature, then we have magic. Top 1% on the planet. So that's how brain coaching fell in my lap, and I celebrate doing this day in and day out. By God's grace, I became a trainer in 3 months. So I polished, I developed. I remember the quote: discover your gift, develop your gift, and give it away. So God made me go through all the three very easily, effortlessly.
Hmm. Uh, that makes me ask you the next question. Why not? Uh, why not thought coach? What is the brain design coach? So, what is the significance of brain design coach?
Very good question. Brain design. Some people talk too much like me. Some people listen very well like you. That's the brain design. Some people think very well. Let's go to Dubai. Let's plan the itinerary. Oh, my dear darling, it's late. Come, let's go fast. Some are process oriented, some are quality oriented, some are goal oriented. All of us are designed beautifully for a reason. That's why brain design coach. I'll give you an example. Imagine a very beautiful, calm, patient, loving, caring teacher entering LKG, pre primary classes. Ma'am, washroom,
Hmm.
I'll take you. Ma'am, water, I'll take you. Imagine a rule book teacher. Just now the period interval got over. What water? What washroom? What were you doing in the interval? So we don't want that kind of a teacher. Neither a bossy teacher frightening the pre-primary kids. But what if the same patient, loving teacher going in 12th standard? We want a strong teacher who is amazing at logic, amazing at analysis, has a great command over the subject and command over the students. A perfect class management structure. So LKG teacher going to 12th standard The students may make him cry, make her cry. And a PT teacher, too lenient, you wear anything, white shoes, black socks, pink socks. So PT teacher needs to be a rule book. Stand in straight line, perfect uniform. So every brain design has a role. That's why we are designed so beautifully
Hmm.
with love, care, different behavior traits. Take an example of a company. Customer care is a customer care because she or he has lot of care, lot of patience. But when some rude customer comes, there should be that commander, manager types who can take care of the efficiency and the rules because you need to protect the customer care. And we need a visionary also, influencer who can take the company forward, CEO chair. And we want the rule book person to take care of the accounts and the attendance so that I pay you correctly. I follow the process. So that's why the brain design coach.
Hmm.
Wow. I'm a very visualistic person. Earlier, I used to visualize the brain as a walnut, maximum. Now I can see the mandala design in there. Lovely. You talked about Sunny, about the fingerprints. That fingerprints has code. I know only fingerprints used to take the biometrics. How the fingerprints has the codes and how you decode it.
Let's go back to Ramayana days. It is said Ravana also
Yeah.
knew the power of fingerprints.
Hmm.
And
Yeah.
all our great grand old astrologers who are very big masters, they decoded it for behavior traits. Today we use it for careers, relationships, compatibility. We use it to decode the challenges. Like I live in Coimbatore. Shivakasi is about say 400 kilometers away. From there a family comes. My child is not able to write exams. But he can answer all the questions verbally. So there are 10 lobes in the brain. We help you nurture all the 10 lobes. So decoding is one job using fingerprints. There might be a challenge, genuine challenge, a child may be facing in one of the lobes. I'll give you another example. A topper in BDS and MDS is not running a dental clinic because of the fine motor skills which comes from the left parietal lobe. So a few crores gone in the drain. For research papers, you just need the mind, the intellectual knowledge. But to run a BDS, you need fine motor skills, the surgeon hands.
Mm.
This is why when some people cut vegetables or when they use an acupuncture, they use it so well. So I jokingly say there are only two kinds of husbands. One can cut vegetable very well for you. The other can cook very well for you. If he is not cooking, he'll at least wash the clothes or wash the utensils. That's how you divide the work. Either the person is having fine motor or gross motor. So happy choosing your husbands, happy managing your husbands.
That is so interesting. So, I also heard you say about compatibility. So, is it that many people, when finding suitable partners, they get their brain design done and find their partners? Is that I wasn't aware. So, is that an in thing now?
The awareness is not much in India for compatibility. There are very few like me in India who talk about compatibility. Most talk about DMIT, Dermatoglyphic multiple intelligence test. So they limit themselves to multiple intelligences. Once you master the subject, the fragrance of the brain flows. I was blessed to learn from the best. I was blessed to work on myself in over 10,000 brains I have seen. And my brain design and human design helps me to decode it faster. By human design, my personality type is mirror. So I can reflect, magnify Manita ji's magic, Preeti's magic, anyone's magic in front of me easily. So reflector has this inborn advantage to tell you your magic, including your shadows, including the homework on the planet. So yes, I was lucky to learn and master these little theories and principles. So I'll add another point here. There are only two kinds of wives. Either they are Swiggy wives or they are very good cooks. Swiggy wife will order the best for you. The cook will be really physically active, dancing, moving around, and she'll say, "Come, let's go out. Let's go for a restaurant." So either you're an indoor or an outdoor. There'll be zero conflicts if we understand these small things.
Uh, you also talked about the planet. When and how you have learned about this planet, and so from where it all started, knowing about the planet. You also are doing fingerprints, decoding, date of birth. From date of birth, you decode. How you do all this, and from where you have learned this.
ये दोबारा पूछना पड़ेगा आपकी ना आवाज अभी थोड़ा एक्सपैंड सी हो रही है.
Mhm. Okay. So let me rephrase it once again. So ये है कि Preeti, the question was, you spoke about planets and fingerprints, astrology, so many things. So where did you learn these, these uh, sciences, I must say?
Amazing. So I have various mentors. They're all amazing. I don't know astrology. I
Mhm.
don't talk about planets. I read about only fingerprints. And at different stage, I got different mentors. So I picked up different things from different places. Number one. Number two, date of birth excites me because date of birth is directly linked to our human design, our soul path, our inborn gifts, and the shadows that come along with it. So it's amazing.
Now, the next question is, what are these shadows that you're talking about?
Simple. If I talk too much, I may end up arguing also. If I think too fast, I may be reacting also. So I always say, boon is a bane and bane is a boon. Strength is a weakness and weakness is a death. Weakness is a strength.
Hmm.
So where I am weak, that is a place I need to become humble. It's not easy. That's why I said nurturing is healing. Nurturing is fulfillment. All of us on the planet are born with a homework. Sadly, we are not ready to open that homework. Even more sadly, we are not even ready to open our gift box because of fear, because of parental pressure, because of peer pressure, because of society pressure, because of comparisons, because of name, fame, etc. This is why the Gallup study says 85% people, employees, are not happy in their jobs. So find your gift, but don't forget your dark room, the shadow room, where there are cobwebs, where you have not entered. So switch on the light, accept it. This is why we say all of us need a coach, all of us need healing. Nobody is born without shadows, the weaker areas, because even superiority is a homework for you to become humble. Both superiority and inferiority are shadows, are egos. I'm not good enough is a bigger ego.
Uh, so then, we need to find the middle ground. I mean, work. Do you advise or do you give suggestions to work on the strengths, or is it the weakness? What is the remedy that you give when you have identified a possible place for improvement with the client?
Amazing question. I was waiting for this, and it is leading perfectly well. I was taking a session for coaches. It was a very simple, easy session, multiple intelligences in my style, not the school style. So, top three intelligences, top three strengths, top three strong areas will help you make money. The bottom three are your shadows, is your homework.
Hmm.
When ignored, I will fight with my wife. When ignored, I'll fight with my parents. Because that is a wound which I have been covering and I'm not healing. I'm just putting some cloth over it, uh, putting the dust under the carpet. So there are nine intelligences: whole brain living, whole brain teaching, harmony and money, health and wealth. Everything will come to you once you expand, go beyond. And so called strength is also a story. So called weakness is also a story. So Tony Robbins says, success without fulfillment is an ultimate disaster. Potential will give you money, personality will give you fulfillment. And personality is being whole. Focus on the bottom three also. But don't choose wrong career with the bottom three. Choose career with the top three. To shine, to succeed, to do anything like breathing, natural, like I am doing now. Shoot any question. Talk any number of hours. 8 hours, I'll have the same energy. Night camp, I'll have the same energy. Because my body supports. Right parietal. Body. My
Hmm.
hand also speaks. My throat also is wanting to speak. And I'm loving to speak. I love the topic. This is why I'm radiating this much happiness. And I'm aware of my bottom three. Sunny, shut up and listen to these beautiful girls. They are so good. Vanita and Preeti.
I think I need a minute there. This feels so natural, and it feels so it feels so easy to communicate. I I, I think now, Preeti, I'm sorry. I just have to ask. आपने ऊपर के तीन बोल दिए. You spoke about the top three, the bottom three. What about the middle three?
Good question. Intelligent people. Don't ignore the middle three also. They are your ancillary strengths. They are your adjustment areas which you are ready to adjust for your spouse. But the bottom three is a real pain where conflicts happen, where you are having your deepest fears, where you are not taking that leap of faith. Otherwise, leap of faith won't be there. I'm so good at it. What is the need of faith? Bottom three will help you with leap of faith.
Hmm.
Sunny, make this a global movement. Come on, do it. Yeah, I am planning for a leap of faith now after this podcast. Thank you, Vanita. Thank you, Preeti.
So, you know, it would be so nice if it is not confidential, if you could give us a real life example of someone whom you actually very interesting stories about any of your clients without naming them or breaking the confidentiality.
Sure. I'll talk about nurturing stories. I'll talk about the bottom three stories. A very rich client, they called me. We did a brain profiling for the entire family. The right parietal, which is responsible for running, physical activities, dancing, cooking, outdoor, etc. The girl was a genius with gold medal for 8 years in CBSE nationals. How? At the house, she will never move a glass. Even if the mother is ill, she won't move her body. She will order the maid. But how is that strength coming? And she's running 800 meters and winning gold medal for 8 years because she loves fame, because she's a water personality, moldable personality. She's running because of a strict dad. So nurturing is possible. Bottom three can help you win in life. I'll give you another example. You are not born with great gifts, like my body energy is too high. They were simple girls. I met the mother. She came back from a distant foreign country. We did brain profiling for all the three. The two daughters were not extraordinary, but mother was extraordinary in her nurturing because of her values. So she put them into Silambam, she put them into Kalari, she put them into gardening, put them into Chinmaya mission activities, telling stories, writing stories, and those public speaking competitions. So they got nurtured. And if you see their brain, low on energy, not visibly confident, but because they were nurtured very well, right from say LKG or even before that, how nurturing can do wonders. Because so far we were talking about top three giving you money, but bottom three, when lifted, can give you unlimited harmony. So these two stories are there on top of my mind. Yesterday there was another story. I'll share that. You will love that also. The girl in ninth standard was out of the school, telling, "We can't spoil our school results. Your child is not fit for the exam. It may hamper our school results." She is out of the school in Bombay. She happened to read my book, No Self, Love Self. Mother and daughter read the book. They joined a different education system. She came out as a topper in 10th standard. Her name is in the hoarding, in the admission boards, and in the road, the billboards. And school is getting new admissions now because of her. This is the power of brain design.
Mm.
Some brains are designed for IB, IGCSE, ISC, ICSCSC, CBSC. Some brains are okay with state board as well. But we make it a prestige issue. We label children as failure. We fail to understand because of our status, our fixed mindset, our dreams, our name in the society, etc. So small things can make a difference.
Yeah. When you are talking about the bottom three, and you said bottom three brings the harmony, bottom three brings the win. But generally, people they don't accept the bottom three. They don't first they don't know, and if they know also, they are not accepting it. They don't accept. How to make how do you work with the people where you ask them that these are the bottom three and these are the places where you can win. What's your way of working?
Thank you, Preeti, for this beautiful question. This is not answered so far, so listen carefully. All ears. That's the secret. We all have different fuel, just like diesel, petrol, gas, these days electric. So our motivations are different. Could be love, could be respect, freedom, could be reputation, could be explanation. So when we identify the motivation catalyst, bottom three becomes easier to nurture, easier to accept. Also, when you have a great environment where all are running 800 meters, I will also start running, even if I don't like to run. This is why I recommend sometimes residential schools like Chinmaya, where spiritual training is also going on. Early morning, 5 o'clock jogging is also going on. So, whole brain experience makes world of a difference. So, I'm not going to tuition for bottom three. I'm in an environment where whole brain is nurtured with the coach. That's why in all my programs, we nurture whole brain leaders, be it for mothers or for kids. Simple. Don't tell the person, look, come here, your bottom three is this. You better work on this. This is parenting. This is helicopter parenting. We need not do that. And if you see me with kids, I'm even more loving because you all are enough to be on their heads. पढ़ लो, होमवर्क कर लो, मार्क्स का है, कल एग्जाम है तुम्हारा, मोबाइल में घुसे हो. So my job is easier. You are taking care of all this. They will become friends with me faster. So rapport does wonders. And bottom three can also be worked when we are aware. And everyone has an inner thermometer. You need not point out. They already know. But they need someone to hold the hand. Come, let's walk together. I tell all mothers, please walk with your son. But mothers are busy. It is not child's fault. Go to temple with your son, daughter. Go to a gurdwara, go to a temple, do prasad distribution, do brooming in the temple. Because I'm a volunteer guy. Volunteering helps you heal faster. It helps you go beyond yourself. Like Sati sir said, meditation. You become calm. All this is helping whole brain living.
Sunny ji, is it only this entire design that you've analyzed and all that? Does it only work for children, or beyond say beyond 25 years, people cannot? The brain is fully developed, nothing's happening. What is the situation there? Just curious.
Yeah, you can pay me 2 lakhs and I will see that you are experiencing 360-degree change. I'll give you an example here. Like the facts and neuroscience say, neuroplasticity. Adults also change. But again, we need to find the motivation catalyst. Number one. Number two, environment. Supportive mother in law. Now, don't blame the mother in law. So, supportive environment. Now, don't blame the spouse also. Because responsibility of change is within me. And I'm only saying outer conditions. So, willpower is definitely important. Willingness to change, motivation catalyst, environment, all these outer factors help. Inner factors help for adult much more because when they fall, near death experience, relationship trauma, some hit financial losses, they help the person change. Default is the spring, default is the monkey that works faster. But environment definitely plays a role, and your willingness will help in neuroplasticity. Neuroplasticity is definitely available, it is a choice. But what to do? Every day when Amitabh Bachchan is standing in the brain, that is not allowing the bottom three, Jaya Bhaduri, to be seen. This is the case. Every day God gives 100 rupees, Amitabh Bachchan ji says line starts from here. Line yahin se shuru hoti hai.
Hmm.
So this is why the lower bottom areas are not seen, are not worked upon. Because this gets worn out in the brain and these are getting rusted, the bottom ones. That is why we feel exhausted, meaningless, tired of life. Using our top three, bottom three are dead and gone. Neuroplasticity. It's a beautiful concept. But are we using it? Answer is no. Most of us fail to use it. Why? Talking is just 2 calories. Giving advice. Children do this. Manager telling customer care. Manager telling his team, do this. It's 2 calories. Dialogue given, dialogue passed, done. But one who has to work, it's 2000 calories. Brain always chooses 2 calorie job. That's the comfort zone. That's advising part of it. I want to change. We need to go deep. Am I really wanting to change? Am I ready to do whatever it takes? Am I ready to do in spite of all the falls and the obstacles? So here is the success lesson. Rare few dare to care, dare to serve, dare to transform. When we do it, we succeed effortlessly, easily, and it is worth it.
Sanjay, uh, one more question based on what you just spoke. There's so much of information that you're giving. Is it required that you actually be in touch with the latest research and keep yourself upskilled for when you're talking about brain, neuroplasticity, so many topics?
Search is ongoing.
Hmm.
It's every day
Yeah.
because I see fingerprints. I learn from people like you every day. How people interact, how people behave, what are people talking, what are people stuck with, why are people failing. There are many communities with 5,000 members, 10,000 members, 15,000 members. There are so many coaches on the planet. Is everyone a coach? Because 4 day program, we dance, we get a certificate. I'm a brain coach or I'm a whatever coach. Coaching is again a skill that is coming from the brain. Do I have those brain lobes working? Okay, Sunny, I got a certificate. Am I practicing it like Sachin Tendulkar? Am I practicing like that 800 meters, 8 years, 8 medals? Am I practicing like gardening, coloring examples which I gave you? Also, coaching is just teaching and a skill where you are going to help others achieve their goals. But what about marketing? So, this is why coaches fail. And I work with people every day. I have done 700 plus interviews. So I keep learning, and they are my research. My latest TED talk was also very simple. I
Hmm.
started with find your gift, and I showed a ring saying, will you marry me? Don't say yes to me. Say yes to your dreams. Say yes to the possibilities. Say yes to your purpose. Say yes to helping others shine. Don't ask, how can I shine? How can I ignite, help others shine? Find your invisible wings, help others fly.
What powerful way to actually let people think. I saw Vanita thinking when you said don't say yes to. Me, but say yes to
Yeah.
all of these things. It's a powerful statement, and I'll definitely use this one with your permission. A lovely one. We have been hearing you for last 40, 50 minutes, and we have heard lots of words: neuroplasticity, your motivation catalyst, your environment, your inner environment, outer environment. Is difficult, sometimes to manage the outer environment. Sometimes it is not, and its outer environment generally is not in our control. In our control can be only the motivation catalyst and inner environment. So if that is not in control, how with two things we can.
Outer environment can also be in our control. Ask me how. When we know
Yes.
the
How?
brain design. When we know the brain design, we exactly know who will change and who will not change. How to handle others as per their motivation catalyst. How to walk with them in harmony. How to create a path. How to carve my destiny along with them, because they are here to chisel my bottom three. They are here to train me on my bottom three. I will come out of the blame game. Sunny, outer environment is not helping me. It is not in my control. They are free life skill trainers. That is a free life school given to us by God. You will start seeing them as angels when you see yourself as an angel. Anyway, on a lighter note, you are not ready to change. Why are you forcing them to change now? Simple. You are living your brain design. They are living their brain design. So keep smiling anyways. All our life, we get hit, we get pained. He is not changing, she is not changing. He is not changing, he is like this, he is like this. Arey Baba, you are also like this. That is the biggest acceptance that comes after brain design. Yes. You discover diamond in your pocket first. You start loving your diamond. You follow your diamond, your path. You polish your diamond. Then start giving that diamond to everyone, because you are a diamond factory yourself. The problem is not the outer environment now. The problem is much bigger. You have not discovered your diamond. Where is the time to complain about others when you are living your diamond, your path, your purpose, your soul dharma, your swadharma, your ikigai, your calling?
Uh, Sunny ji, out, I'm sure there are always one or two of those people in our families, in our close circle, who are always the skeptics. They just cannot believe that there's something like this and it is so simple. You have any experiences with that?
Many, we don't have to convince them. They are not our customers, because we need aligned customers. We need, see, if you don't believe me, why will you join my program? Number one. If you don't believe me, why will you even work on the bottom three? Then please don't come. No problem. You will fall and learn. I told you near death experience, or maybe next birth. So, no problem. They are called mismatchers in NLP, and it is perfectly fine. They have their path. They don't need an outer guru, they have an inner guru. So, we all don't need outer coaches. But the good news is, for all the coaches and you, 85% people are not mismatchers. They are just like you and me, wanting to be seen, wanting to be heard, wanting to be understood, wanting someone to hold their hand and say, I'm with you, let's walk this path. Thank you, Sunny. So, most of my clients are like that. Mismatchers won't tell, please help me, Sunny. So don't worry about the 15%.
Saniji, if there is one thing that I absolutely have been noticing since the start of the conversation, it's the way you you focus everything, put your focus on the positives in your life rather than saying that yes, I was sent to Tamil Nadu, I was here. You just put a spin to it. You choose to project the positive happenings. And is that a is that something that you have consciously trained yourself to do? Just if you can tell us how you're doing it.
Good question, Amma. I don't want to take the credit because it is God's manufacturing. It is my brain design. Just like I told you, I'm a mirror. There's
Mm.
two types of thinking: converging thinking, diverging thinking. Converging வந்து குறைதான் கண்டுபிடிக்கும். Converging means it will find faults on. But fault finding is important. You should know the root cause of the cancer. You remove the cancer. Now, I'm a person who will say, okay, you have a pain, come, we'll put balm. You got hurt, you're hungry, come, we'll go to Annapurna. Simple. So, I have diverging thinking more in my prefrontal. When I'm sitting in an interview like this, only my diverging is answering. You're asking me questions without making me prepare because I don't prepare anyways. So, I'm always diverging and seeing the positive. There are
Mm.
some more brain lobes where I have converging also. So
Mm.
diverging helps us to be positive. Diverging helps us to be inspired, to inspire, to spread positivity, to have that light aura with a smile. இதெல்லாமே
Mm.
கடவுளோட gift.
Okay.
Brain design.
I must say, this has been I have maybe another 200 questions on the list. I mean, in my brain, stemming up from every conversation that we've had so far. But I also realize that in the interest of time, we're almost at the end of our set time. I'm looking forward to a second podcast with you and getting to know. There's so much of knowledge that you've shared today. So getting to know, we have just touched one of your the names, that roles that you have put, which says brain design expert. We haven't spoken about the master NLP trainer, the Zen coach, and what are these roles? What is it that you're doing? So I'm sure our listeners would be equally curious like us. So I would really be grateful to you if we can have another episode continuing this, wherein you can share as freely as this one about maybe more on what could be done differently for people to excel or find success and all these topics. So, with that said, I would give Preeti. Preeti, go ahead. Anything that is on your mind today that you wanted to ask.
So thank you, Sunny. Thank you for bringing, the positive aspect and bringing the smile. We both were smiling, we both were laughing, and we both are going to leave the call with the positive mindset, with the positivity all over. So thank you for that, and we are sure our listener will learn a lot, will know a lot by this podcast. And as Vanita has said, we will be looking forward for another one with you to know more about how you are a Gen coach and how you do those things also. Thank you so much for being here, giving us the time. Thank you, Vanita.
Thank you.
And thank you, listeners, for listening this episode. If you like this episode, please subscribe to our YouTube channel, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts. Thank you. Have a good day.
Thank you.